Hello on this Wednesday. Well, we are getting a break from any extreme heat over the next several days. Not the case in Europe and North Africa. They're in the middle of a major heat wave. In fact, Italy on the island of Sicily hit an new all-time record high temperature for Europe of almost 120 degrees, and on 120 degrees in Tunisia too, in North Africa. So this is all part of the same heat dome over Northern Africa and Southern Europe. And severe weather, something we haven't seen much of this summer, although a little bit lately, but a lot in the Chicago and Milwaukee areas. This is yesterday, a lot of blue dots. Those are all severe wind gusts, and that extends from different storms, but all the way to the East Coast. This is a radar loop from between 6 and 7 p.m. yesterday. Strong line of storms moving through Milwaukee, and radar detected these high wind gusts, all these bright white spots. Those are over 70, 80 mile per hour wind gusts, knocked down a lot of trees, and of course that creates a lot of power outages that they're still dealing with today in Milwaukee, in the Milwaukee suburbs off to the west. These are some trees down, just one of many, from Brookfield, Wisconsin, if you're familiar with one of the western suburbs of the Milwaukee area. And they have a chance of more severe weather, similar scenario today, an enhanced risk of severe storms from Milwaukee, Chicago, all the way to Detroit, all well east of us. But two cool fronts that have come through the last couple of days. For us, it's just all about the timing. They've been coming through here early in the morning, but they're late in the day when you have that daytime heating. So here's 7 p.m. this evening. Could have another strong line of storms moving through Milwaukee and Chicago into the overnight tonight. So if you know friends and family out there, they're on the lookout for that again. So the second cool front has come through early this morning. We did have a little shower and thunder activity, but again, it's if they come through in the later part of the day, that's when you get the severe weather. And that first front came through early yesterday, again in the morning hours, and that's what touched off the severe storms for them yesterday. So two fronts, a double whammy, means a big drop in humidity. It temporarily went up again this morning, but will really drop over the next couple of days. Activity picking up in the Atlantic too. Speaking of storms, we've got one cluster of activity that the Hurricane Center is watching for potential development, gives it a 40% chance in the next several days, but also we have a new tropical storm, Fred, that is moving through the Dominican Republic, will kind of follow through Haiti, Cuba, up through Florida into the southeast. Not expected to become a hurricane. It's always a possibility though, but is expected to create some flooding issues through all of those areas as well. So we're at Fred on the list. Grace is next. We've already, of course, crossed off A through E. And then there's the other names for the rest of the season, in case you're curious. And the Hurricane Center did update their seasonal forecast within the last couple of weeks. Not a big change, 65% probability of an above normal season. And they are forecasting 3 to 5 major hurricanes through the season. And August through September, even early October, is the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. So here's the track of Fred, again, expecting to make its way eventually to the southeast coast, but moving over many populated areas here, of course, through the Caribbean, from Dominican Republic, Haiti, up through Cuba, and then kind of brushing the Florida coast. So that's one system, and then we'll watch that other system, which the European model at least holds together and keeps it on a similar track to Fred right through the Caribbean. As I mentioned, we're getting a break from heat and humidity here, though. Dew points dropping into the 50s by the afternoon, in the 50s tomorrow, and then even drier air here by Friday. In fact, we're talking about dew points that might only be in the 40s. That's more like September, October kind of air. So it'll have that kind of crisp feel to it, and that will allow temperatures to cool off at night. In fact, we're talking about, even in the metro, maybe a couple of mornings here, Friday and Saturday mornings, it might be in the upper 50s. So we call that good sleeping weather in Minnesota. Temperatures right near normal here in the central part of the continent the next 5 days, but heading into next week, we're going to see things warm up. Temperature anomalies start to move into the above normal territory again next week. And in fact, some of the models push us near 90 degrees again, and you can bet the humidity will increase too. So there's the European model pushing things up. 92 is its forecast for Tuesday. The model is not quite in agreement just yet, but either way, the temperature trend is upward next week. So enjoy the next several days of sunny, near normal temperatures, and also, of course, low humidity, the big factor. About 85 today, low 80s just tomorrow and Friday, and then back into those middle 80s for the weekend, and then creeping up, at least upper 80s, maybe a 90 as we head into next week.